Hi, friends. Welcome to this week podcast. And it is July 20th, and it is July, and meaning finally am I seeing blooms. One of the things that if you grow cut flowers, you probably know, and if you don't, you might not know, is that a lot of things aren't going to show up in the plot where I'm growing flowers. I was talking to a friend yesterday, and she hasn't been back here, and she goes, "You probably have pollen everywhere." And I said, "Well, I have like a big thing of bee balm and a few things that are coming up, but a lot of things get cut down after, even before they completely open." And that's kind of the wild thing about your actual cut flower field is it's usually not a huge scenic thing to look at. It really does get cut down on a regular basis. But there are some blooms that actually will need to completely open up before I can harvest them. And as I'm harvesting them, I'm trying to neatly put them into the fridge, but it is getting full. And I hit this mindset of sales paralysis around this time. And it is because you spend all this time from February till July growing everything, waiting for it to be in this harvest state. And then you have to be like, okay, now I need to sell these flowers. Now I need to build these bouquets. Now I need to keep all these flowers alive and, still stay very positive and happy. And for some reason, I have always had this kind of shift of mindset of it's easier to sell in midsummer. But because in North Dakota we have a very short season, and I will explain here. This season, we had a very quick spring. It took forever to get to spring. We got to spring. It was mostly wind, not a lot of rain. And so the ground and the vines were dry, and it was just constantly, trying to keep things hydrated, try to keep things healthy, staked, and alive. And so after that war or that like battle that you do to save everything that you have, you're at this point where you might be a little tired, and you might be also, if you're like me, I have kids and school's about to start. So you're kind of getting geared into the mindset of that too as well. But you cannot miss out on selling and actually utilizing everything that you've done with all of the work that you've put into it and your passion and your love of growing flowers. And so bouquet making makes that possible for me. And the other thing is, I got married in June, but here in North Dakota, many weddings happen in the fall. So that's why when I'm picking my color palette towards these zinnias, I will start to pull reds and go from my pastel colors and build a little bit, even with my dahlias too, as well, so that they match with the sunflowers. And I utilize being able to grow sunflowers in a short period of time in time for those fall weddings too as well. So that is where my mind is going and how I'm pushing myself to not stall. But I will tell you, if you are also growing and you have a similar climate, I feel you because it is hard to not have almost like a give up mode, and you have to push through because you cannot do that to yourself. So you've done the work. It's time to put those beautiful bouquets together. And I'm going to try to get past those emotions and get some videos put together in the midst of that to show you what I'm doing with my growth and my harvest. And I hope that motivates you.